Good morning, students. Myself, your science teacher, and I welcome you all to the online learning classes of R.P.M. Lovely Public Senior Secondary School. Today, students, I will give you introduction to chapter 1st of class 10th, that is chemical reactions and equations. Before starting with the chapter, we should know about chemical change. So let us understand chemical change. Chemical change is a change in which one or more new substance having properties and composition different from original substances formed. That means a chemical change is a change in which always are new substances formed. Secondly, chemical changes are also called chemical reactions. Now, let us understand some of the examples of chemical change. Fermentation, rusting, explode, oxidize, corrode, tarnish, burn, or rot are all examples of chemical changes. Examples of chemical changes are further as burning of coal, burning of candle, rusting of metal, explosion of firecracker, decomposition of organic matter, and ripening of fruits. Now students, we are going to learn ways to represent chemical reactions. So there are basically two ways to represent chemical reaction. First is word equation, second is chemical equation. Let us understand one by one. What is word equation? The description of chemical reaction in the form of sentences is called as word equation. For example, when calcium carbonate is heated to give calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So students, in word equation, basically we are using sentences. Second comes out to be chemical equation. It is a brief representation of chemical reaction in terms of symbols and formulas used for reactants and products. So basically here we use symbols and formulas used for reactants and product. Now we should understand what is reactant and what is product. Reactant are the substances which undergo a chemical change and are written on the left side of the equation. Whereas product are the result of chemical changes and are written on the right hand side of the equation. So that means student, for example, as you can see the reaction between zinc and dilute sulfuric acid to give zinc sulfate and hydrogen. Here we have used symbols and formula to represent a chemical reaction, that is why it is termed as chemical equation. And the substances written on the left hand side are reactants, whereas the substances written on right hand side after reaction are basically products. So students, this was the introduction of the chapter chemical reactions and equations. In further classes, we are going to understand about the characteristics of chemical reactions. Hope you like the video and this video is useful for your better understanding. Thank you for giving your precious time to us. Thank you, students.